The goblins will get you if you don't watch out. To take you and shake you until you shout. Stop, look, and listen. It's Halloween. There's witches and broomsticks.
That's
and
right.
Black hats.
Just kicking it.
Potions in big black vats.
We are celebrating my favorite month and holiday. You know what's great?
How's your Halloween steak? That's right.
So, you know what's great is Pride Month is 30 days, Black History Month is 28 days, but my favorite month is 31 days.
Ah, yes.
You gave me a look like, don't get me canceled.
No, because I was about to say something repugnant.
You are listening to the Knife Party Podcast with your host, Zach Evergreen. And joined with me is one, Jonathan Fullen.
With the crisp crack of the claw. I don't have
Not a
Ely
clack.
with me.
Not a clack.
No clacks.
No clack of the claw.
And especially no sharing clacks. And now, if you want to know what a clack is, you'll have to join the Hoodcast AF Action Figure Podcast Patreon, which there is clack episodes where we go in depth about clacks. And some of that's Slam Wreck Radio, and some of that's also, the Action Figure Podcast, Hoodcast AF.
You got 1 minute and 30 seconds to plug your show. What do you think?
We're not the normal action figure show. Anyone can listen to it.
In fact, I even put a 5-star rating.
Everyone. You did, and yeah, there's a lot of drama going on between both our podcasts, man.
Then how come you're on the show?
Because I can negate all that shit and come on and talk about a film that I loved. It's easy cheese, dude. Or what does Fur-Dogg say?
Yeah, como estás, mi amigo?
Oh, como estás, mi amigo?
I don't know what he said. Oh yeah, he goes, no problemo.
No problemo.
Which I say all the time,
He
by
always
the way.
likes to speak in Spanglish.
Yes.
Don't cheese me off.
Yeah, dude, I have some things on Dead Girl about that. So yes, listen to Hoodcast AF if you're into collectibles. And it's a very great show, especially if you like drama. And I encourage all my fans to go to their website. And
we're their number one action figure podcast just because of the banter we speak. And it doesn't matter. We don't give a fuck. We're a man's podcast who collects figures. I don't care if you got a fucking girlfriend or not.
All right, guys.
It doesn't matter.
All right, let's enjoy the episode. Thank you very much, Jonathan.
Look, listen, it's Halloween. Groovy.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Knife Party Podcast, where we leave it all on the cutting room floor. I'm, of course, your illustrious host, Zach Evergreen. Join with me, if you didn't hear the ad. My ads are great, by the way. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, let me end my... There you go.
Sorry. I was just trying to... Because our voices can sound similar at times because we are brother cousins.
Well, a lot of people are
and
fucking
that's not
morons.
Incestual at all.
No.
It's
I always
not.
say...
Maybe I should talk in a deeper register.
I always say we're brothers and we're cousins, no incest, long story. And that's just because my mom, who's a whore, hooked up with your dad when she needed money.
Well, we don't know if that's actually true, but it's probably true.
My mom actually told me that.
Yeah, but your mom, still needs money.
And your dad still needs pussy. Or did, at least.
Well, he's got money. I'm just waiting for him to die. No. Okay, that sounded really bad.
Oh, you think you're getting everything? You know your fucking half-sister is getting everything because of reparations. She's half black.
That's true also, but I'm also good with all the bad jokes.
She's my cousin as well, so I'm not talking shit.
She's
I'm
also
just
a
being
very
funny.
nice lady. She's a grown-up woman now.
She is. And
don't look up cousin porn and shit.
No,
like that.
do
Don't
not
do that.
No, look up grandpa porn. That's what you're
grandpa
into.
porn,
right?
dude, that has the hottest chicks, dude. I tell you, man. You're not looking at for old man penis. You're looking at for the hottest chicks.
So, welcome to season 2, everybody. I know this is not the first episode, but I'm just saying welcome. Now, you guys listen on the free feed. You are months behind.
You know what? Fuck you, dude. You just made my shit list. For saying
I did?
that. You just made my shit list.
Well, you know what? I want to die like Jesus Christ, so.
Of course you do. Yeah.
We are talking about one of my favorite Fur-Dogg movies. Actually, you know what's funny? I actually put this above on rewatchability over T2.
Really?
On rewatchability.
Actually, I've seen this movie more than I've seen Terminator 2. Actually.
I don't think I have because Terminator 2 was unescapable for a long time.
It is, and also my brother had a problem with watching this movie constantly, and I hated it for so long.
T2, not this movie.
Yeah, T2. And, until I saw the director's cut or the...
Yes, exactly.
It's the best.
I was the same way. I thought that T2 was a cash grab, kind of a great sequel, but until I saw the director's cut, I was like, oh my God, they answered so many questions.
I mean, if you really want to cheese them off, say hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista, baby. Okay, so we're going to get into Pet Semetary too, but first, we need to talk about what's going on. There is a colossal, huge feud going on with our podcast. Now, not you and I.
What's the Spanish word for big?
Grande.
Grande. That's
It's
like Starbucks.
Grande, baby.
What's vente? I don't know.
Vente's Italian, and it means 20.
Oh, okay.
You fucking idiot.
Fucking ventes.
No,
It means very good friend.
I love it. I love it in
Ventecos.
I love it in fucking Role Models where he goes tall grande venti. Great, you're retarded in 3 languages. Okay. Anyway, so what's going on the? We'll get to the movie, believe me, but we need to settle some hash here.
We have rival podcasts.
No, we're not rivals.
Not rivals. No, but
we started.
There's feuds going on, man. And me and you aren't feuding, but our side characters and you are. So I have Mike TV. He makes the show Not All Possible.
No, not at all.
He does the whole. Can't you shut up? Boy, what a great show.
And also, too, he is a mushmouth.
He does an impression of Todd McFarlane. Now,
I sent you that picture of Mike TV's original name, right? And from Willy Wonka?
Yes, you did. Yes.
That was his original name, dude.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
What was that? Send it to me again, or say it.
Hold on. Let me look. It's going to be documented here, but I will send it to you. Mike TV's original name, and you should call him this, was Herpes Trout.
Now, why Herpes Trout?
That was just his name.
That's really Mike TV's from
the script, from the book.
From the script of Willy Wonka. Like
and
the kid.
Book, Herpes Trout.
His name is Herpes Trout in real life?
Yes. No. The character from Willy Wonka in the book.
Roald Dahl, who wrote it.
It's Herpes,
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Herpes Trout.
Herpes Trout. Oh my God. Okay.
You have to use this.
You didn't. Okay. You sent me that picture and like that meme or whatever.
You're like, what is this?
I didn't get it. So I didn't use it. But now that I know that Roald Dahl, not to be confused with Raul from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, actually named his character Herpes Trout.
And you have a character named Mike TV on your show.
So who's the real bad guy here? Grandpa Joe or Herpes Trout?
Well, I just know that you have a character on Mike TV who is picking fights with me. I've gotten death threats, dude.
Well, I'm slightly deaf in my left ear, so speak louder. So.
Well, I mean, keep drinking your liquor because candy is dandy, but one is quicker. So yeah, what's going on?
Cream.
What's going on here? All right. So okay, we like to. There is no feud. Okay, there's feuds. There is no competition in podcasts because this is on-demand radio. At least I do radio. I don't know about you. I don't edit or anything. But it seems that by trying to promote you guys, by trying to use my golden pipes to do voices,
yes,
and to try to promote you guys. And, a little bit myself, but mainly, writing reviews, this and that, calling into certain characters.
So on hoodcastaf.com.
Even giving you your best line ever that you use to this day. Hey, Beth, have you ever done this?
Yeah, you can't recreate it.
Now,
that was magical.
Oh, we have when we've been drinking.
And everyone loves it. So
I gave you this, and what I get in return is
a bunch of hate.
Is so much hate. You have this pot penis guy who doesn't...
Pot Dog. Pot Dog has... pipes of steel, dude.
Well, he is pot penis guy from now on because his cock is on the internet and he's being.
It's true.
Do you think? Are you guys going to do
I haven't seen it yet, though.
Are you guys going to do a fundraiser for that $2,000?
Well, I just have to see his cock first. I don't know. I have to know if it's worth to raise the money for. Or what are you talking about then?
I don't know. I heard. Does he cut his dick with a butter knife?
No, that's someone else very close to me.
Yes,
that I will not mention is
he probably parties. There's Mike TV who
parties. I like the party.
I did like Mike TV, but I think I've worked myself into a shoot with him because I don't know if we're actually cool anymore.
On one of the last episodes when you did call in as a character, and you can do that by going on hoodcastaf.com, and there's a voice message button on the side. You click that. We'll play every fucking call.
Wait a minute. Don't you also have a Patreon?
Yeah. It's patreon.com/hoodcastaf. It's really easy, and it's only $3, and you can join that broke-ass naked tier, and you get all kinds of different extras.
And just to undercut you, remember, join the party at Knife Party Pod. Sorry. At patreon.com/Knife Party Pod. There, you can join the party for only $1. Now, I know you freebies are only getting one episode a week now. I'm sorry. I can't just keep tugging the line.
He's not a fucking machine, man.
I'm a workhorse.
He doesn't even know Nick Cage.
So, anyway, you can get the Power Glove podcast for only $1 plus 1 month early access ad-free to everything except for my ones I'm doing like now. Also, for the I Got 5 Kids to Feed for $5, you not only get that, but you're going to get the brand new podcast we're doing, Face the Mirror, with Jeff the Tech, who's now, again, making the show all possible, and also Knife Party After Dark, which is Nick Neo, who's our biggest benefactor, our biggest contributor. It's basically I basically drunk dial him. And we do a podcast, and it's actually quite funny. And I have guests on as well. And sometimes it's just us after recording, and we just keep the mics on and just see what kind of comes up. So that's good stuff. And for $20 to stop the bike, speaking of the Fur-Dogg, you actually get to be on the show. You get to pick out your movies, and you get sweet, sweet merchandise. How is that awesome fucking hoodie I gave you?
No, it's really great. It's really soft, really nice. It's almost like I'm trapped in Fur-Dogg.
Yeah, I get you. Also, on top of this, you got to remember, I don't fuck around when it comes to merchandise. I spend the high dollar. I got same thing with me. Like, dude, I like our hoodies. Enough about your podcast.
Are so soft. They're so great.
How come I didn't fucking get one?
I'll get you one, dude. Dog. I'll get you a Fur-Dogg. Dog.
Como estás, mi amigo?
Como estás, mi amigo?
All right. So let's talk about our movie in question now that we got our plugs out of the way. So do you think this, real quick though, before we move on, do you think this feud is going to continue? Do you think it's going to boil over a head? Because I will tell you this.
It's gonna go to a T, and I think it'll be wrapped up on a Christmas episode because that is the final, or maybe even moving forward to WrestleMania because that's when things are all solved.
Time out.
Okay.
Time out. You guys record on Fridays.
Yes, we do. We record on Fridays.
And you know what? If someone were to send me a link to the show.
Wow. Right. If someone like a great hacker
can
get Tony Danza's number
exactly.
or anything great hacker,
And could get Vanilla Ice on the show. I'm pretty sure that one could get one Zachary Evergreen on the Knife Party Pod where we could settle this mano y mano.
What's weird is I
could show my shoulders.
On StreamYard, I use the same stream constantly, and a lot of people have it, and so it could be shared haphazardly.
It could be.
Yes.
And then I might have to chime in sooner rather than later. And defend myself.
It could happen.
And the good thing about you is you could just sit back and let the circus play out.
That's what I do, man. I'm the show administrator. I'm also the most funniest gentleman on the show.
I think it's time. I think it's time we dug up some bodies. Speaking of which, we're talking Pet Semetary 2 today. So
which is the better? Well, okay. I'm not saying it's better. Pet Semetary 2 is not better than number 1, but I will watch it more than Pet Semetary 1. Pet Semetary 1 has great scenes, and it's a great film, but
are we talking
the rewatchability of it is not great.
So I rank it this way, and people are going to hate me, but fuck you. This is my podcast, and I'm a cinemaphile, and I'm way better at judging and grading movies than you guys are. It goes in order of ranking: Pet Semetary 2, Pet Semetary the remake, and then Pet Semetary 1. What? Yes.
What?
Yes.
The remake is terrible.
Fuck off.
It's fucking awful, dude.
Okay, can we agree that this one's the best one out of all of them?
I can agree with you on that.
Because
Yes.
the first one is one of those movies you're supposed to like it.
Nah, you're just thinking that because maybe like it didn't come out on time for your age, you know.
Possibly.
But look, a little kid dies in it. That's the scene that everyone loves, you know, or like remembers forever. That sticks in their hearts. Like when Gage dies and then when Gage comes back.
Shit. I forgot. I need to shout out Jazz, our newest Patreon at $20. Thank you so much, Jazz. I appreciate you. And I hope I can get you on the show.
Smooth Jazz.
Yeah, well, no, it's a girl. She's blonde, and she is way above any of the mongoloids that you guys have on your show. Not you, obviously. You're happily
saying
married.
She's a 10.
No, she's
dude. You shouldn't have said that.
no. Here's why. Her hair is blonde, and I only go for
don't
redheads.
like blondes.
I only go for redheads. Yes.
Right. Well.
So if she dyes her hair, then my marriage is in question. That being said, let's move on with the movie. Do you want to start with the trailer?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, what are you doing?
Getting things ready for Mom.
Mom's dead, Jeff.
She doesn't have to be.
Something strange.
Now, I didn't think much about it until I saw him drag the body out of the coffin.
Something ancient.
Bury your own.
Something evil.
Was it your idea of a joke to send me blood from a dead animal?
This dog is alive.
Not this dog.
Something terrifying is happening in Ludlow, Maine. Again.
Pick up your family and get the hell out of that town.
Pet Semetary 2.
Dude, that's the same dude who did the voice for House and stuff.
But yeah, like a lot of the same announcers do like a lot of the horror trailers.
Well, that
and
was
stuff.
the guy that did a lot of the Orion and Lionsgate and shit like that. They couldn't afford Fontaine or whatever the fuck his name was.
Well, there's a couple of movie show guys, and like they're all pretty good,
Yeah.
It's the fun movie guys who sound like this. They're terrible. I fucking hate that shit.
Okay, so before we get into this, I'm wanting to let you know I bought this Blu-ray very recently. I was going to watch it. We had plans to do this
It has
for
cutscenes,
6
too.
fucking months. We've been talking about doing this movie, and it just like the stars didn't align. Now we're doing it, and that's awesome.
Let me tell you how I prepared for this movie.
You bought the fucking script.
I bought the fucking script.
I'm seeing the script right here. He did Jonathan. Fuck taking notes. He brought the fucking script, but I
read it, and it took me 35 minutes.
I have seen this movie over 100 times easily, and I mean easily. So I'm going off memory here. I am going to watch it, and then I might make an addendum if I miss anything. We'll see.
I will tell you what's different when you go over the movie and what's different in the script. Now, first off, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, whoa. We haven't started
No,
yet.
I know, but this
Okay.
is before the movie starts. Now, on the cover of the script, like it has everyone's signatures, like the dude from the fucking medical
Yeah,
ER
Jeff.
show who plays Jeff's dad or Fur-Dogg's dad. His name is Chase.
Where's Mr. Brown at?
He's somewhere on there. I don't know. Like all their signatures are hard to read.
Clancy Brown, right there.
Clancy Brown.
My
So,
favorite villain.
Fur-Dogg's signature does not. It's like it's looking like a bunch of W's and then a flow for Fur-Dogg. But then he does quote unquote
Wait a
Jeff.
minute. Hold on.
Now look. Now his name is Jeff. Jeff. Now if you look in the script,
It's spelled Geoffrey.
Geoff. No, just Geoff. Like Geof. Look, we know that's Jeff, but it sounds Geoff, okay? Fuck Geoff. Now I don't know if they changed that later because also Gus Gifford,
Dude, that's
who is Clancy Brown plays Gus Gifford, right?
Yeah.
His name in this is Gus Gilbert.
Gilbert does sound lame. Gifford sounds kind of
So
rough.
within the recent years, there was the movie with Johnny Depp and everything, like, Gilbert, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and I think they wanted to go away from that because of...
Gilbert Grape came out a year before this, if I'm not mistaken.
You're probably right, or maybe 2 years, but still...
Dude, I'm really good at remembering fucking movies when they came out.
There was, and it's everyone's thinking, DeCapricock going, Gilbert,
I might die at any time.
matching the gas tank, boom, boom. Like, nobody wants Gilbert and saying Gilbert constantly.
Actually, I think you just made a Simpsons joke. Bang, bang, sugar in the gas tank. Ex-husband strikes again.
Oh, Rex Banner.
That's the one when Bart falls in love with Miss Krabappel.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Notice the Fur-Dogg, though, signs just like I would sign when I was going under the name Father
A
Heel
lot
in
of
Heaven's
up and
Heels.
down strikes.
Yeah, that looks just like my signature when I was in Heaven's... Well, I am Heaven's Heels. And then down here, that looks like my actual signature, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so before we get truly started, this is the longest intro we've ever done. This got...
Fuck Trulies. I drink Claws.
It's got 21% on the Rotten Tomatoes meter and 31% audience score. That's bad.
Those people suck, man.
What would you give this?
Look, I'm a Fur-Dogg fan, so I'm kind of jaded.
Even... Real quick, I was about to say, I don't even let the Fur-Dogginess...
Dude, that's a movie meter, the Fur-Dogginess.
So on the Fur-Doggy style scale, it really doesn't affect it but about 10 points. I actually think the Fat Best Friend and the mom and Clancy Brown actually make this movie.
Yes.
Fur-Dogg is just
Clancy,
a great...
all the way, 100%.
Dude, and also the dad from ER. But Fur-Dogg does help. He's the sizzle on the steak, but the steak is there. What would you give this on the Evergreen Tomato Scale?
Evergreen tomato scales. I'm going to give it a 82%.
Okay.
82%.
I give it a 92.
The Fur-Doggy meter, I'm going to give it an 89.
I'm going to give it a 99.
Why. Because this is his early life before he did Brain Scan.
I was just about to say, how does this compare to Brain Scan?
It makes sense. He's the same character almost.
No,
because
but,
his mother dies. It almost in a car wreck.
So after this, he gets into horror movies and he gets a new dad.
Yeah.
And the dad kind of looks the same. Do we see his dad in Brain Scan? We don't.
I don't think we see his dad in Brain Scan. I don't remember.
No, I think we do in a memory, but he's
Brain
younger.
Scan is free on YouTube if you want to look Brain Scan up.
Oh, fuck, dude. Well,
Brain Scan's great.
We did a Brain Scan episode, and it was very, very... It was in the early days.
We were really drunk.
Yes, that's what I was alluding to, but okay.
Let's do it.
My promise to everybody is I start sober when I do podcasts now. Just, if you want to hear me drunk, go on the After Dark show.
You want to have a meeting, dude? You want a meeting now?
Fuck no, dude. I'm
not a very good sponsor.
Just
dude.
if I'm charging...
I'm an enabler, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Apparently you enable people to call in drunk on your podcast so then I can get flack.
Right.
I'm never writing... By the way, how come you haven't written me a fucking review? Anyway, going on. Dude,
you're finally on iTunes, so now I can.
And guess what? It changed nothing. It changed nothing.
Because you just started.
We didn't get one, and we have 100 episodes up. You'd think one motherfucker...
It takes a while.
Okay.
You have to tell your listeners to go on iTunes, leave a review because it helps.
It does. By the way, if you want to see our little niche podcast, it's knifepartypod.podbean.com, and that's actually where we get most of our listens from, believe it or not, especially internationally. Apparently,
fuck Podbean.
I like Podbean. I do. I really do.
I started on there too, but fuck Podbean.
Okay. Well, I mean,
they can go fuck themselves in the ass.
They're not a sponsor. They're
here's
a
what
service.
I would say to Podbean: you're not my mother.
So this got 97 if you add it all up between the two and divide. So, or sorry, not 97, 87. And I think
that's how it works.
I think 87 is a good fucking score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So let's get into it, shall we? We have, obviously, we just mentioned a lot of people. We have Clancy Brown. We have Eddie Furlong, who, that is a generous picture of him because he looks even shittier than that right now.
Dude, have you, I sent you the clip of his new movie.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it's called. It's not The Hills Have Eyes. It's something about
werewolves. I told you. I told you about this. Remember I said there was a guy stalking him and he has a whole diary of following him around to Comic Cons.
Really?
Yeah, and he actually was on the set of the movie that they were filming, and
It wasn't me?
No, it wasn't you. I sent it to you. This was like about 9 months ago, maybe. This dude, and he's a fat guy, and he always like, it's weird. He's got like a kind of a crush on Fur-Dogg.
I'll say again, it wasn't me.
It was not you.
Okay.
Yes. So I know he's working on you, but he looks like shit, dude. He looks like our Nana, and I'm not even kidding.
The movie, the trailer for the new movie, I forget what it's called, but it does not look that good. And he plays like this dude who knows about the spirituality of like the werewolf kind of shit going on, and it just looks dumb. I'll still watch it because it's a Fur-Dogg movie, but he does look old and bloated. You know how Fur-Dogg does look now.
So check it out. Also, there's Anthony Edwards, who plays Chase Matthews, his dad, who looks better than Fur-Dogg right now. They almost look the same age.
Yeah, they do.
They really do. Drugs and alcohol can really fuck you up. Then we have Clancy Brown, who's a stud even to this day.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown, great voice. He could be a VO, but great
and like
face.
I remember like he was in like, the redo of not redo, but like the Dexter the next season with the snow level. It was all a snow level.
Ew.
And like it sucked, man. Like I hated it, but Clancy Brown was the main bad guy,
dude.
And I knew he was the main bad guy starting off the series. I never even finished it. I got all the way to the last episode, did not finish it because I didn't fucking care anymore. It's not that Clancy Brown was bad. The Dexter shit was not good anymore.
Let me name a couple of things, and you will know Clancy Brown is a fucking actor's actor. He's in this. He's
Shawshank.
Thank you. Yeah. And he's in Starship Troopers, to name a few.
Yeah.
Like, he's in every movie he's in. You're like, he's the Ric Flair of movies, and this is what I mean. When he's on screen, you cannot take your eyes off him. He has your attention 100%.
He's a man's man, dude.
Goddamn right he is. John Wayne ain't got shit on Clancy Brown. Plus, John Wayne's a fag.
Well, yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah, I installed two-way mirrors.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. He is, you guys. I installed two-way mirrors in his Patton Brentwood. So then also we have, most importantly, Liza Watts.
Ooh, she's so hot.
She's
Drew's mom, right?
Dude, and look at her right now. She is gorgeous to this day.
What other movies has she done?
Damn it. She was born in 1961. She looks like she's maybe 39.
But I've jerked off to this movie to her.
Wow.
And like you see
that's disgusting.
You see half a boob for a second. And it's not even like the werewolf scene where like you see Fur-Dogg's dead mom with the werewolf head.
She's been in a lot of shitty movies, which is really sad. But the scene where she's drunk wearing the bathrobe? Oh my God. She's been in a lot of TV though. Let's see.
Most of these actors are all TV, except for Fur-Dogg, Clancy Brown.
For the People, Castle, Bones. She was in Bones, Boston Legal.
Everyone's in Bones. I fucking hate Bones. That's the angel dude.
Frasier, I didn't know that. She was only a guest star, though. Dark Skies, My So-Called Life, and also The X-Files.
Wow.
When she was really young. So, anyway, there you go. That is our casting crew. Let's go ahead and get started. Jonathan has the script in front of him. I haven't seen this in a while. We're going off memory here. Let's go ahead and start the show.
That's the episode, just us doing...
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair. Fuck, that was even better. That was better. God fucking damn it. Fucking damn it.
So, we start off. Now, you have the script, so stop me. And
absolutely.
Also, like I said, I was about to watch this today, but we decided to do the podcast today because the stars aligned. So, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm getting it confused with Brain Scan because I wanted to say we see him crawling, but we don't. We see his mom, who is kind of like a Marilyn Monroe kind of lookalike.
It starts off like kind of like a Hammer film, and you see like a castle and all this like candlelit shit.
Yeah, she's walking down the candelabra, and you see like thunder outside, and it really starts off where we see the film, not like the set film. So it's kind of like
you see the old school, not old school, but like like a shitty Hammer film.
Film is the exact.
And I remember when I saw this in the theater, I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck.
The cool thing about it though is it reminds me a lot of Behind the Mask, where it's like you see what's going on in the film, but then but it only happens for a second. So you see her walk down, and then she goes over to like a coffin, and then these arms come up and they grab her, and then she starts laughing. They go, cut.
This shit sucks. Okay. And she goes, can I get a cigarette? And like, she's like, things are poking me, blah, blah, blah. He's not doing it right. Blah, blah.
Then we see Jeff, and she's like, Jeff. And he goes, yeah, Mom.
Jeff is Edward Furlong.
Yes. And he's got a Circle K jacket on.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is it like a punk band? Or are they supposed to say the Dead Kennedys?
I always thought it was a Dead Kennedys thing, and then you go, "You're fucking retarded, Zach." And I go, "Okay, sorry, I don't know. I was guessing." Because I never seen a jacket with a Circle K except for Circle K, the gas station.
Maybe you got it at Kmart.
Where strange things are afoot.
Strange things are always afoot at Circle K.
So, we get this scene, and after, they cut, they're going to redo this shot, and then there's like a thing, and...
dude spills like the water or his drink or something like that.
You forgot. So they have to wet the set to make it look more gloomy. And then... Here's
does Fur-Dogg say the thing like "I love you"?
Well, I was just getting it. Yeah. She goes, "I love you, Jeffrey," and he goes, "I love you more."
And then he's so nonchalant, goth, and like, look, us growing up, we're super goth. So this relates.
What do you mean growing up? Anyway.
Okay, yeah, some of us got out of the goth.
Everyone
phase.
knows I have a shrine to Peter Steele in my fucking purple room. All right, that's pretty goth.
All right, love you more.
But you know what?
Best friends forever.
I still got better shoulders than everyone on your show, except for you, that is.
Anyways,
fuck you, Mike TV. I'm sorry, I just had to get it out. Okay, yeah. So anyway, they redo the scene, and she walks down, and then a lighting fixture drops, and it catches the water, and then she's holding on to the wrought iron thing, and she's like,
wow, the Fur-Dogg Jeff he's witnessing the whole
thing. What does he do? Hold on, I'll do her, you do the Fur-Dogg. Cut. So anyway, then her face, just for like dramatic horror fashion, falls onto the wrought iron and starts sizzling.
In the script, when Edward Furlong yells, or Jeff, the character, yells "mom," it only has 2 exclamation marks after "mom." And "mom" is not spelled out M-O-M-M-M.
Hold on.
It's just M-O-M.
Let me fact check this. Yeah, I only see 2. But in the movie, if you put it on subtitles, it has 5.
Wow. That's for deaf people, dude. They need to know about the Edward Furlong mom craziness. Also, in every movie he's in, there's something fucked up about his mom. Either she's dead or she's like trying to kill the world.
Did you know if you put it on the subtitles, it also says Fur-Dogg's voice in parentheses? No, it doesn't.
No, it should, though.
But I swear to God,
I already pictured it. It's in my mind.
You're never going to unsee it.
So in this scene, she dies, right? Mm-hmm. Now, in the script, there's a whole scene where they try to bring her back to life. And Fur-Dogg...
Like on the set?
On the set.
Okay.
Paramedics come in because, like, when you're in a film crew, there's always, safety people, paramedics or something on set.
Yeah, of course.
Within the studio, so they arrive quickly. And they, put, like, the shit on her and, like, do the compression stuff.
The George Clooney things.
Like, what do you call that thing? The CPR thing, but it's like the shocker thing.
Defibrillator.
I think they do that. And he's like, "You gotta bring her back. You gotta bring her back." That's the key to Pet Semetary. Like, bring her back.
Wow, why did they not?
He says,
why did they cut that out?
And he's screaming, "You have to bring her back."
Why did they cut that out?
That makes most sense, right?
So this movie is, I saw an hour and 40 minutes, meaning it's 10 minutes over your normal runtime of 90, which no one obeys, by the way. And Marvel, I'm looking at you. That was under 2 minutes. They should have kept that in.
They should have, or at least like a memory, like where he dreams it or something, where you see back to where like he's feeling it again later in the movie. You know
what it would have worked in? The Zowie scene where he's on the chair.
Oh, not to mention that Zowie song. That song's great. Jan King.
I might have to look that up later. Regardless, they cut that out. That's bullshit because, yes, you're right. Foreshadowing is very important in movies and comedy.
Like, it's a Pet Sematary movie. You have to bring her back. That's cool. There's a lot of history out there.
There's a lot of history. Mikey V-Town sucks a lot of cock.
There's a lot of history about sucking cock.
There's a lot of history on his VCR. He's got his mom and she's...
you can't just do that, Creed.
By the way, did I ever tell you when I went to Mikey V-Town's house because you were there and I used his bathroom and it was like a pube Fur-Dogg.
I've been there. It's like Fur-Dogg.
And then he wanted us to play Magic on a table that probably had cum on it. And I'm like, I'm not even putting my cards with garters on
I
that.
know it had come on it because, like, I remember talking
His mom
to him.
was on it?
Like, because, like, he had a DVD of Mary Carey, 10-Man Cum Slam.
How did he land his wife, or his ex-wife, though? Because she's hot.
She's not hot.
I'm just weird, huh?
That's just you, dude.
Yeah, all right. So then, if I'm not mistaken, now correct me if I'm wrong. You have the script in front of me. I haven't seen this in 2 years. You know what's funny? This was the last movie.
It's a cut.
Yeah, this is the last movie I watched before we moved into the cutting room floor. This is when we were at the, in Vallejo. Anyway, I think it's the funeral scene.
Hard cut to funeral scene. Yeah.
So
let's move on with the movie. That's what it basically is.
We see Jeff. Edward Furlong's character, and he's very distraught, and he puts down like one single rose. He's crying. He actually can't act.
So gothic.
Whenever Edward Furlong has any mommy issues, the motherfucker can act. Like,
sir, do you need a meeting? You're all about the Fur-Dogg right now and how he can act. He can act, dude. You're right. Fur-Dogg can fucking act, and I don't know if he can act nowadays. But back then, he was the shit.
I guarantee if you took a fishing pole and put crack cocaine on it and waved it in front of the camera, he would act.
Well, if it's cut with heroin, he's in.
So, anyway, you know what's funny? We should do a death pool. I guarantee he'd be a good pick for death pool.
Nah, roaches, like, die. They stay alive, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the worst people stay alive. Not that he's the worst, but,
that being said, in David Benson's death pool, I've won 2 years in a row, and he told me you can no longer pick pro wrestlers.
You didn't pick The Fiend, though, or Bray Wyatt.
No, I did not.
Nobody did, dude. It was not.
Dude, I'm really getting bummed out. Let's go back. I'm like legit getting, but let's go back to the movie.
So in this funeral scene, after like the whole gothic where he throws like one rose down.
Okay. Oh yeah, all the paparazzi come and they start taking pictures, and then we see Gus Gifford, played by Clancy Brown, go show some respect.
And he's the sheriff.
Show some respect.
Show some respect.
And then one guy gets handsy and he goes, "I said back off." Show some respect.
Dude, and he's the man, and that dude backs the fuck off.
And Clancy Brown is what, 6'4", 6'5"?
Dude, he's huge, and he's menacing.
And he's got a beautiful fucking voice. No, I don't think so. That guy, here's why God hates me. That dude has a voice for radio and a face for movies. I just want one or the other, dude.
Yeah, you don't need to be that much
with a face like mine, every day's Halloween. Yeah, well, we'll get into that scene.
Okay. So after this, Chase, Fur-Dogg's dad is there, Jeff's dad, and Clancy comes up to him. He's like, hey, yeah, your wife. She's big Hollywood.
Doesn't he say something weird like, I was sweet on your girl or something like that?
He says something like that because we were high school. And he says it to Jeff.
Oh, yeah, he goes,
we were high school sweethearts.
No, not in this scene. Not in the funeral scene.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's at the lab.
That's when they get the animal clinic. We have this scene, and we just kind of see him, like, crying and everything else. And then I think at this point we see the movers moving in boxes, and then we see a box that says Renee's clothes, and it falls down.
Well, hold on. At the funeral scene, he talks to Chase, and Chase goes, yeah, we just need to get away, away from
city.
Everything.
Yeah, because they were in L.A.
So the small town, and she wants to be buried in her old school, high school town.
So, the movie takes place in Maine, but they moved out of the big city, which we assume is Hollywood.
So in the script, that conversation with Chase and Gus Gifford goes on, and
let's not confuse our audience. The ones that don't pay are stupid.
He goes, hey, I heard you hired Marjorie. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so Marjorie,
we did the whole thing.
We get to see Marjorie in a second, but yeah, Marjorie is their housekeeper. But yeah, keep going, and then bring it into the Renee's clothes.
They cut the movie differently because in the script they already hired Marjorie. They didn't need audition. So in the film they do. She shows up to the house where the box comes down and there's a bunch of clothes, falls over, and he says, like, Jeff, can we get rid of this stuff? Give it to Goodwill? And he goes, like, no, she wouldn't want that. And like Chase, he's like, my son just had his wife die, or his mom die. Like, yeah, we're gonna keep.
I don't think he was that in love with his mom, but you never know.
Right. Well, yeah, it's the Fur-Dogg. But still, Marjorie comes in. She's like, is this the place? Da-da-da. And she's going to be like the helper, the housekeeper, cook meals, whatever they need, for the time being. Be the mom, kind of.
Let me ask you something real quick. Do you know they're remaking Pet Sematary 2?
What?
I'm not shitting you.
I'm not saying that, like, because people think it's a great movie. It's only us who do, and certain other people who love it. They're making Pet Sematary 2.
A remake, yeah.
Is it straight to, like...
You know what? Fuck it. Do you want to...
Horror sites on Amazon?
Dude, I just heard about it today when we were talking about it. You know what? Let's go ahead and watch the trailer real quick.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
I need to see this.
Okay. By the way, this is probably going to be a longie, so...
You don't...
You think so? Well, it was called the Pet Sematary 2 remake, and now it says Pet Sematary Bloodlines. Let's go ahead and watch the trailer just to get it out of the way.
This evil is something different.
Ludlow,
Where
town.
do you think we should go?
Wherever.
Just enjoy every second of getting the heck out of Ludlow!
The hell is that?
It looks like a nice doggy.
I like it so far.
First place I learned about death was the pet cemetery. The secret place.
I like it so far, too.
I love the imagery.
I do.
The trailer's dope.
Dead things buried in that land. But come back. There's something.
Oh, it's going to be on Paramount Plus.
Can you hear them?
Based on the novel?
Voices.
Wait a minute. I thought there's
a novel?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Bloodlines, I guess. I don't know.
Something's wrong. Continue.
I'm going to watch it, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no Fur-Dogg, though.
People built the pet cemetery.
It's more about the animals.
I think it's more about the Indian lore. That's what they're pushing. I like the whole spiral thing, though.
Oh, dude, I like the blood dripping from, like, the sunflowers.
Yeah.
That's a new thing in horror. Instead of corn, sunflowers. Like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre that was on Netflix.
That. Yeah, you're right.
Sunflowers are scary, dude. I've been growing sunflowers. Because they're scary.
See, I'm a couple of years behind because I'm just growing pumpkins like a bitch.
I held him the day he came into this world. And I'm going to hold him the day he goes out.
Mulder? Mulder's in this?
Holy shit, Mulder's in this.
Red Shoe Diaries. You have to bury your own.
Believe me when I say. Sometimes dead is better.
This to me seems.
So they have the truck driving by. They're playing off the original, and the book. So
yeah,
I think it'll be all right. It's not going to be like Pet Sematary 2, which is just classic.
But
man.
it was called Pet Sematary 2. Now it's called Bloodlines. It looks to me it's more of a what would you say? It looks to me more like, for real, like a Brotherhood of the Wolf or like a cult that keeps the cemetery alive.
To me, like, the trailer looks good, but it looks like every fucking movie that, like, they come out, like, it's like, it's David Gordon Green doing, like, a new Halloween,
Well,
and David Gordon Green is a great director.
Dude,
he really is.
Halloween 1, we just did Halloween 1 is going to drop pretty soon, and we're going to do Halloween Kills afterward, which is my favorite slasher movie of all time.
I love it.
Dude.
And people hate it because the townspeople are stupid. I love that the townspeople are stupid.
Have you seen the director's cut?
There's a director's cut of Halloween Kills?
I have it. If you want to borrow it, I'll let you borrow it.
I didn't know there's a director's cut.
Dude, the movie makes more sense, and it makes the...
I definitely want to borrow it. It's one of my favorite Halloween films of all time. Like, my favorite Halloween, because you know how me about Michael Myers. Mm-hmm. I do not like the original. I like elements of it, and most of it, the movie. I don't like that he drives cars and shit, and,
If you have the Paramount app, I'll go ahead and give you my digital copy. If not, I'll let you borrow, like...
I have the Paramount app.
Okay, I'll let you...
They have the director's cut on there?
I own it, and you can have a copy of it if you want. Okay. I got the director's cut on purpose. It makes the townspeople's paranoia and stuff make more sense.
Okay.
And also, did you notice the guy they think is Michael who drives the car is the umbrella guy from the first movie?
Really?
Yeah, that's the umbrella guy. Remember, he goes, "You better tie your shoes," because he gets really upset.
So a lot of people like David Gordon Green did all these movies, and a lot of people give him shit. But that dude I think he's a great director.
By the way, the renaissance of horror movies is really coming back. Evil Dead Rise was one of the best fucking...
Really cool elements with that you don't have to read the book or play a tape. It's on a record that they spin slowly, and that's so cool.
And then when she becomes evil, she just puts her finger down as a needle.
Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it,
dude. And also, I love it how they explain there's 3 Necronomicons, so it makes more sense.
Right? Yeah, and it makes total sense.
So that way,
and then even they did the Guar flesh column.
Yeah, dude, I love it too. Though they make 84 make sense with 14. That makes sense with this one. I like it how
they kill children in it,
dude. Infanticide. I love infanticide in movies. No one is safe. Yeah, dude, and when that bitch is eating fucking glass and she goes, "It makes my tummy feel better."
Right.
And you're like, what the fuck?
It's very cool. It's horror for Gen Z, but still works.
By the way, you're probably this episode is going to release right around there. So I'm going to try to release this one first, so you get your dabs at. But let's go back to Pet Semetary. See, this is the thing when Jonathan and I start talking, because we go back to our
so we got to speed through scenes because I only have so much time.
I know. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. So now we get them moving in. You see Renee's, which is Fur-Dogg's mom. Her shit drops. And then the nanny comes in, who is...
Marjorie.
I
don't know is that her name in the film?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because in the script, her name is Marjorie. And in the script, Gus is named Gilbert.
We have already discussed that.
Okay, good.
So and he goes, "Oh, you hired it in the script." Well, anyway, in this, she picks up a dress. She goes, "Oh my God, this is beautiful." And he goes, "Don't touch her stuff. She hates it when you touch her stuff."
I love the Fur-Dogg, man. Dude, because, look, I come from a broken family. I had stepmoms, and I say the evilest shit, just like in the Fur-Dogg's voice. I tried to have the Fur-Dogg hair. It doesn't work. You just end up getting a shitty bowl cut.
So then we see them settling in. The dad, Chase. Chase is a veterinarian. He gets his own practice, and when he goes in with Edward Furlong's character Jeff, there is a bunch of kittens, in just a kennel.
Yeah, because he inherits basically a kennel, veterinary clinic, but there's leftover kittens there. So of course, Jeff wants one.
So Jeff takes one. He names it Tiger, and then he goes to school on his first day of school.
Kind of a pussy name, right?
He goes to school with his fucking cat in his jacket. Okay.
Your mom goes to school
with a jacket in her pussy.
I'm making rapper noises.
Then we see our bully, who is awesome. Yes! And by the way, did he not make it cool? Clyde makes it cool to wear a scarf, by the way.
This dude...
How badass are scarves?
Dude, this dude invented MJF, man. He's way better than MJF.
Oh, my God, yes.
Holy fuck.
Yes.
That scarf, I wanted it forever.
Clyde, also, this guy is not in almost anything, but, dude, the guy's got a great voice, a great look, and you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a younger version of David from Lost Boys.
Yes. He does remind me of David from Lost. He could have been a vampire, dude.
Dude, he would.
He also reminds me of the Christmas Story bullies, but more.
No, way cooler.
More towards horror. No, but the Christmas Story bullies is Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman as little kids.
What I'm saying is, this is almost like he's almost David from Lost Boys. He wears a pea coat, he's got his scarf, and they all ride
So in the script, there's nothing different about Clyde. All his lines are exact. That dude nails the role.
And you know how he's the leader of the gang is because he rides a dirt bike while all his friends ride bikes. Now, he does ride a bike.
Which means he should be in Lost Boys.
Dude, oh my God, why isn't he in Lost Boys?
Right.
Anyway...
he wears a trench coat, he's got a scarf, he rides a rat bike.
You could definitely tell that this character was inspired by David, though. 100%.
Yeah.
He even wears black gloves at a certain point. So they see him, and they're like, "What's up, Junior?" And him and his bully gang, and the bully gang look really lame.
So part of his bully gang is Fat Drew. Fat Drew, who...
Drew Buddy.
this is where like Jeff first meets Drew, and he's like the backlog,
best friends forever
of the gang of Clyde's gang.
Yeah.
And Clyde's gang do have names in the script. I forget their names. It doesn't matter.
Them. They don't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're side
They
characters.
don't even die. They're just like, they're in like 3 scenes. And
but Drew is kind of part of that gang. He's a follower, and then he
I wouldn't say excommunicates. He just gravitates more to Jeff because Jeff is more empathetic.
He's also a loser.
Well, no, Jeff's not a loser. It's just because I think it's because.
But look, it's Stephen King. Think about Losers Club. They're all losers.
Here's my
this
assumption. Hold on. Listen,
Clyde is just like the character from It.
Can I finish?
The bully.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you chopping broccoli?
I think that the reason why that Drew Buddy likes Jeff so much is because Jeff has a stepdad. I think that, remember he said he never knew his real dad and his dad died?
Yep.
I think that's the common bond is he lost his mom, he lost his dad.
True, yeah. No, and that makes sense. That's good writing. That's good. That's good writing. That's Stephen King writing. So I don't know why people say this movie doesn't fit. It does.
Definitely does.
Because the bully is exactly, almost just like the bully from It.
So let's fast forward a bit. So the bullies steal the cat and then Tiger, yeah, and then
you ever seen a cat run?
They leave
like this,
and then it plays like the soundtrack on this is immaculate. By the way, you can't find it, even though Jonathan says
it never existed. Soundtrack
it
never
has.
existed
They
on
just
CD or
recalled it.
anything.
Anyway, regardless. The bullies lead Jeff to the pet cemetery, and then he says something like, "Oh, problem happened."
Well, Jeff catches up late and Drew's fat.
Give me my fucking cat.
Yeah, and
then
he's like,
"No,
I
no,
would," but
something happened. There was an accident,
and like
there's an accident.
I tried to grab her, and her
head got in the spokes, and so we had to put her out there in the pet cemetery, and then. At this point, we see Drew Buddy shows up as they leave, and we see Jeff kind of walk alone, and he finds the cat in the birdcage.
This is where we get a lot of exposition.
By the way,
you see the deadfall, the deadfall is a Stephen King thing. It was in the original book. It was in the original movie. The deadfall is a bunch of like tree branches and shit that block the way to find the real Indian burial ground.
To carry your own. But they go in the first part of the pet cemetery. And by the way, I think this set is way better than any other pet cemetery.
I love it.
It is so good.
Yeah.
With
the fog and everything works so well. The deadfall looks way cooler.
Yeah. And it really does seem organic, is what I would say. It doesn't seem false or fake.
It does, and the Fur-Dogg works there. With his Terminator 2 hair and everything, like, he just works, you know?
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me actually of Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, where the actors never saw the graveyard until they walked in for the first time. It really does reek of that, where it's like, it looks like Fur-Dogg is entering a maze by himself for the first time ever.
Speaking of Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, the original film, this is a Halloween treat. It's on YouTube. And you can watch Mike Shank and Mark Borchardt from American Movie discuss that movie while watching it, audio commentary.
Dude.
And you see them. It's on YouTube.
Better. I know.
It's on YouTube, and it's great. I have not watched all of it. I watched like 20 minutes of it, and it's fucking hilarious. I'm going to watch it on Halloween.
Did you know okay. All right. So
also, rest in peace, Mike Shank. He died a couple months ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good riddance. So going back to the movie, now we see Drew Buddy show up, and we see Edward Furlong.
They have in-depth discussions though, which it makes them friends, which I really enjoy.
They're like 13, 14 years old, maybe.
They're supposed to be 14 or 15.
Obviously, the actors are more like 14 to 16 or 18.
Yeah,
but they have fucking deep conversations.
And Drew, the little fat kid, is a great actor when you watch him. He plays that part to a T, and I've never seen him in any other movie. He should have been in Fat Camp or, Heavyweights or something.
He should have done dramatic roles, dude. This kid is like fucking amazing. Like,
what has he been in?
He even gets on the cover before Clancy Brown. That's how good he is.
Clancy Brown's not even on the cover. Well, there's multiple covers.
The cover I'm talking about is where you see Eddie Furlong holding the shovel and him in the background. It says "Raise Some Hell."
Right, and now the new cover for the DVD is like Zowie or something.
Yeah, I have it. It is Zowie. Zowie is one of my favorite characters in this movie. So now, where do we go now? Do we cut back to, how was the first day of school?
Yeah, it's all that, and he meets Marjorie, again.
And he goes, sucked, and she goes, first day of school's always the hardest, and he says,
you're not my mother. Oh, and I died. Dude, in the theater, I died. I was like, oh, fuck, this is exactly my life.
I am so jealous that you saw this in the theater. I have a theater in my house. I have yet to watch this. I'm going to watch it.
I saw this at a dollar theater, so I didn't see it on opening day or nothing.
Did you see it at Semetary in Vallejo?
Yes, next to the comic book shop.
Yep.
And I saw it also, after this, it was a double feature for $1. You got to see Sleepwalkers also.
Dude,
another Stephen King short film.
Cinema 3 used to be... Oh, yeah, we're going to...
short story.
We are actually... I'm saving Sleepwalkers for you because it was a request by...
It's not that great, but the Fugees ripped off the fucking song.
Yeah, fuck the Fugees and fuck her, and I'm glad she went to jail for tax evasion.
Two times.
Yeah, 1 time, 2 times. I hope you're 3 times a felon. Dee Dee, who is Nick Neo's girl, requested Stephen King movies, and I said, okay, but I got to choose them, so this is one of them.
What about The Boogeyman and the Night Shift series? Nobody knows
You're
about that.
You're the only one that has them.
Dude, they are... I can find them online.
Okay, well,
Hit or miss, but I can find them.
Dude, they are good. I
have both of them.
The Voodoo one is and also the Matriarch with the kids.
So the Voodoo one, that you're thinking of the Offspring movie, that the Offspring, the band, stole the font from the Offspring,
and
which the Offspring movie it's like one of those where it has a bunch of horror tales. That was released in UK under a different name originally. It was first produced there. So,
but it's also based by Stephen King. Also, Cat's Eye is good too.
Cat's Eye is good.
But we're gonna do, because she requested Stephen King movies, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna do ones. You said Stephen King. You didn't say which one.
Sometimes they come back. So, Christine.
No, I'm gonna do
good ones.
I'm gonna do. Well, we're doing this now. I'm also going to do Christine. I love Christine. Misery's great, and then I really
love Misery.
We just did a 2-part on The Shining, but I really want to do, believe it or not,
Trucks. The TV series?
No, Maximum Overdrive.
Okay, but so he did redo it as Trucks, and there was a miniseries, and it's terrible.
I heard. And
Maximum Overdrive is way better.
Dude, I want Emilio Estevez with a fucking missile launcher, okay?
Yes, you do.
That's what I want. And the Green Goblin. Okay, so where the fuck were we? I know I'm trying to power through this because we got seldom little time.
We're
already an hour in, by the way.
Here's what happens. It cuts to a dinner scene with Gus Gifford, Drew, and Drew's mom. Hot as fuck.
Oh, dude. Oh,
and
my God.
they're eating dinner, and then he's like, Drew,
show some appreciation to your mom. And then he starts scooping potatoes, and he goes, not that much appreciation. Or is it the corn?
Or was that pancakes? It was potatoes. No, that's a later scene. Okay, so the dog is at the table, Zowie.
Yes.
And he goes like, Drew,
beautiful dog, white husky.
What did I tell you about that dog?
Not at the table.
Now, do as you're told, son. And he takes the dog outside. Come on, can't he just for this time? Because he's slightly injured because he bit the rabbit cage and got shocked.
Oh, yeah. We forgot about that.
There's a rabbit cage outside.
Gus Gifford has rabbits, and
he eats them.
And
yeah, they're good. Rabbits are good.
No, they're not. It's stringy
Never
and
had
gross,
them,
and it has no fat. In fact, you know what?
They fuck, though, like champs.
Yeah, everyone said, a lot of people said that you could live off rabbits. You can't because they have no fat, so you actually burn more calories than you
Rabbits are always moving hella quick, like in one spot.
Yeah.
It's just, like their legs
They're
are going.
always twitching.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with rabbits, dude?
Oh, hold on. You say duck tastes like creek. That's what you always say. It tastes like a creek. So rabbits is the same texture as...
It's like a frog.
No, not like frog. It has the same texture of duck, but it has this weird gaminess. So it tastes like duck and venison, duck and venison put together.
I can see. I can
now,
catch that.
It's good, but you have to doctor the fuck out of it. It's not like a steak where
you got to Cajun that shit up.
Exactly.
Dude. Some Zatarans and shit. I don't know. Some rice.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, it's just not really a great meal. So, plus they're cute.
So, anyways, the dog goes outside, and then you hear the rabbit cage jingle, and
he's got bells
and
on
gets
it. Yeah.
shocked. Damn it, Drew! I told you about that dog. And this is in the middle of the night. And he runs out.
This is later. This is later after dinner. Yeah, and then he gets a fucking Winchester and follows the dog, and this is right. This is right before his mom and Gus are gonna fuck. Right? Am I right or no?
Wait, hold on. I think it's just like they bring in the dog. This is like when he meets Drew again, or first meets Drew, other than the high school. And
you're talking about Fur-Dogg.
Yes, no, and Drew and Zowie, like Gus and everyone. They bring the dog to the vet after biting the rabbit cage.
Yeah.
And he just has a little thing. And Chase is like, "Oh, he's going to be fine."
He gives him he gives him eye drops and antibiotics and this and that.
Gus talks about like a bunch of shit.
Hold on, real quick though. As a child, I always thought that the dogs were boys and the cats were girls. Speaking of girls, I was really sweet with your mother. Did you know that?
Whole 9 yards.
And he goes, prom, homecoming, whole 9 yards.
Yeah, dude. He could say that in Shawshank, and it would make sense.
Dude, Gus Gifford is a man about town. I swear to God,
dude. Shit, he makes
you know how he became
over Fur-Dogg.
You know how he became sheriff? He fucked everyone's wife,
dude.
He had to have. Dude, any girl that's attractive in this movie, he took him to Pound Town.
Does Drew Biddy? We call him Drew Biddy. But does Drew ever talk about his real dad? And does he ever remember his dad at all?
Yeah, he does. He goes, no, he said his dad died when he was very young and he barely remembers him, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember reading in the script because, like, I skip over parts when I read the script. I skip over parts that, like, I know,
By the way, I hate it that I said Pound Town because I have to show you this in true Slime Wreck fashion, okay?
Right, let's go to Pound Town.
This is the worst song of all time. I'm not kidding you. It is called Pound Town by Sexy EEE Red.
Lost my Pound Town.
Dude, it is super bad.
Found it.
Yeah. Just listen to this song for a second, and we're going to get canceled from YouTube yet again. All right, here we go.
Let it right now. If you don't know that shit, you heard it. You just hit through the
Pound Town. They're scholars,
Take heed. Fuck these niggas.
There's some hoes in this house. Drew Biddy.
Listen to a rap.
I'm out of town, thugging with my round. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas? I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing nigga, cause suck a bitch soul.
And you have a problem with this?
Just left Pound Town.
She just left Pound Town, but she come back.
I don't know.
Bring it back.
Doesn't this seem like a joke?
That nigga eat me out. Pound Town, just left Pound Town. Let my nigga, he just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga did.
Is this rapping?
Down.
Yeah, absolutely. Lazy speaking is like a huge thing, dude. It works for me.
This is terrible music. Back to the movie.
What? How do you do?
Pound Town, Pound Town. My booty,
I lost my keys. I found them.
It sounds like they all went to the dentist and got that
9 yards.
You know that jaw shot that they give you at the dentist where you're like, ah! It's like the worst shot you ever get, and then you're like, Pound Town, we're going to my booty hole, bring my booty hole brown. Anyway.
Well, look, let's just fast forward to the Zowie, like, getting back in the cage and, biting the cage, and then Gus Gifford's. Okay, dude, I read the script. I cried. I cried on this scene.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, read the script. I gift it to you. You're read that part.
This to me?
Yes, I will gift this to you.
All
the
right.
whole script, signed by everyone. Not real signed. It's like photocopied.
You could have lied.
I could have, but I'm not for posterity.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
I just sounded smart, so I sound brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, like, after, like, you don't even see the dog get shot. But you hear,
No, he goes, Drew, I warned you about the fucking dog, and now you're going to learn the fucking consequences.
God damn it, Amanda. I told you. That's her name, Amanda, the hot mom.
Yeah.
And, like, dude, I resonate with, like, how he talks. Like, because I had a stepdad, and, like, when my stepdad and like, my mom fought,
a stepdad.
And he's like, God damn it, Janice. I know this, I know how your kid acts, and da-da-da-da. I told him he's going to fucking learn. I get that. Dude, and I do that now with my stepdaughter,
he does do so. Okay, I don't advocate shit, but
I don't either.
I think his parenting is actually good, except for this, where he's like,
you don't shoot a dog, dude.
No, 100%. But I do advocate the fact that he's a disgusting fat body and he needs to man up.
You're gonna pay the price, Drew Biddy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll get to that in a second. So he shoots the dog. Or he shoots at the dog, and I think he's just trying to scare it, but he actually does a critical hit. Yeah, in the ribs.
I don't even know how he can see it at all.
I think he's just trying to scare it at first.
I don't think he meant to, actually hit it. But, he's in a fit of anger. He's Gus, dude.
Yeah.
And,
well, also, it's total born or kill. He was just about to get fucking laid.
And he's in the moment. It's like he's devastating, dude.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Gus was in, Vietnam or some shit. He knows some shit, dude.
Well, he's been a sheriff in a small town, and we don't see any other, law enforcement.
I would like to see a prequel to Gus,
Dude, if they had made a whole Gus movie, I'd be in.
And, Gus is there, growing up, even during the Creed murders and shit like that. I want to see Gus's story because he's super interesting to me, No doubt. Everyone who sees this film, Gus is the most interesting character in this whole fucking film.
Yeah, and then, anyway, so... The Zowie gets shot. It's very, very sad, right? And then,
so Drew catches up to Zowie, and he takes Zowie. Dude, hold on. Let me read from the script if I can find it.
Okay. I don't know. By the way, this is not the music from MASH. This is actually for this movie.
I'm trying to find the exact page in the script.
Thank you, Demon City, for posting this, by the way.
This is Jan King, and she's amazing. I don't know if she wrote this for the film because it's Zowie's.
I feel you fading away now.
I'm still looking for it.
Sorry, I'm focused on this song and how great it is.
Damn it, Drew. That dog is history.
He does say that.
Yeah. So, it's low light in here. I'm trying to...
Better?
Zowie swings his head in the direction of the house. As Gus bursts through the back door, Drew is one step behind. Gus swings the gun up and fires off a shot. Zowie bolts for the shadows of the hillside. Drew rushes in and deflects the aim of the rifle. Don't shoot him.
No,
Gus's eyes are wild with anger. What, Drew? What did you say? That's in the film.
That's in the film.
Dude, what an asshole,
what,
dude.
Drew? What
they
did
make
you
this
say?
dude like a huge fucking dick. Gus throws Drew aside, brings up the rifle back up, and fires. Another random shot after the fleeing dog.
Oh, look, there it is, the scene right there. Oh, look at it. Oh, man.
He squeezes off one more shot. A pained yelp echoes in the hillside. Zowie's yelp. Drew whips his head aside in sickened shock. Even Gus is sobered by the unexpected hit. Now, I start to cry after this, dude. All they can hear now are Zowie's whimpering cries diminishing in the night. Drew shoots Gus a look in such unbridled hatred that Gus is speechless. He backs away from Gus and darts off towards the dark hillside. When Gus turns back for the house, Amanda's standing there. Amanda says, "Jesus, Gus, what have you done?" Gus goes,
"This is actually all in the movie."
Come on, Amanda. Stop looking at me like that. He's had ample warning about that damn
dog. Dude, all this is in the movie.
It is. It's great, though. Amanda glares at him in an outpouring pent-up strain. Gus defiantly marches past Amanda, entering the house without ever meeting eyes with her. Exterior, woods, night. Drew pauses long enough to listen for Zowie. Nothing until a faint cry drifts back at him. This is sad. Deeper in the woods, Zowie limps into frame. Blood is flowing from the bullet wound in his left hind quarter, trailing from his suspended leg. Every step is a strain. Drew comes up on a break in the trees, and the hanging moon outlines the knoll stretching beyond, and then the strained breathing of the whimpered, hushed. Drew hesitantly approaches the crest of the knoll. Zowie is just beyond, lying on his side, and the end of the bloody trail. His crest rises and falls amongst the impercent. I don't even know what that word is. With every effort to survive, Drew drops to his knees at Zowie's side and cradles the dog in his lap. Shaking his head in denial, Zowie's weak eyes shift, gazing longingly at Drew. Drew strokes the fur under Zowie's chin, hardly able to see the dog throughout his glaze of tears. Zowie's eyes drift off. His chest falls and doesn't rise again. He falls limp in Drew's arms. Drew hugs Zowie even tighter, and he begins to weep.
So now, after this, we get a scene of Drew carrying this dead dog, and it's the next morning, and we see Fur-Dogg, Jeff, the character, and he rides up, and he's like, what's going on? He goes,
I was just at your house, going by your house. Where's your bike?
Yeah, and he's like,
I have to bury my
Gus
dog.
Gus killed Zowie. I need to bury my dog. So they go to the pet cemetery, and he goes, I think we should go up to
Drew knows about the story. He knows about the Creed murders, but he doesn't talk about Creed. He doesn't talk about any of that stuff. There's no exposition.
He goes,
here.
There's a special place.
Yeah. There's a special place.
So
up there.
They go up there, and then
in the script, Drew does not know. He knows it exists, but he doesn't think he can find it. And in the script, he act like it takes forever, and they do that with montages in the film.
Okay.
But Drew is surprised that he actually
finds it.
The Indian
site.
site.
Maybe there's like a thing where you actually have to have grief in order to find it. Kind of like the Lost Forest.
That's kind of cool, dude.
It
I
is
like
cool.
that, you know?
So he does find it, and then he goes, do you want me to help you? And he goes, no, you have to bury your own. That's the way the Indians did it. And then you see Fur-Dogg kind of just watching.
So that's in the film. Like, that's the way the Indians did it. And that's what Drew says. That's the way the Indians did it. And at the end, you know, when Gus Gifford says it again when he's dead, when Fur-Dogg has to bury his mom, he says it again. In the script, it's not there.
Really?
So they thought, you know, when they were making this movie, we need to have him say that again.
Okay, can we get a moment of silence for Zowie, though, real quick?
I love Zowie.
So now we cut back to the Gus Gifford family, and you see you see him walking back. He's been out all night.
Chase, Fur-Dogg's dad, is mad. He's like, dude, where you been? Like, why are you dirty? He's like,
no, yeah.
I just want to sleep. Just let me rest.
He goes, just let me sleep. And he goes, we'll talk about it in the morning.
Yep.
Then you see
great dad.
Gus Gifford pick up.
Chase gets a bad rap. He's a great dad.
No, he really is a good dad. You see Gus Gifford pick up fucking Drew Buddy, and he's like, get in the car. And he goes, you didn't go to school today. And he goes, I was burying my dog.
Great scene, dude.
Great scene.
It's like so good of acting, that scene.
You know what's great
so
about
sad.
it is Clancy Brown actually like breaks character a little bit and goes, life's full of lessons, buddy.
Yes.
You just learned one.
It's so good that he says that. This whole scene reminds me
of
like... Is that
in the script, the life's full? Okay, that is such a good fucking line. Because he almost breaks character, like he feels so bad, but he doesn't want to say sorry.
But think about this. It took me out of Pet Semetary. I'm like, dude, these kids, like, this kid loved his dog so much. And we just watched him bury it. His best friend helped him bury it. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about Pet Semetary at this moment, you know? And then they're walking home. It's so sad. The Zowie song and all that shit. And then Gus says that. It's almost like these kids went to go see a dead body in another movie and had a great time, but then also a sad time and learned about themselves while doing it.
Are you talking about Stand By P?
Yeah, Stand By Pete.
Okay.
Another Stephen King movie.
Yeah. I think I have the music for that too. So anyway,
yeah, they went to go bury the dog, and it was like lollipop, lollipop.
So after this, my favorite dude, one of my favorite lines, life's full of lessons, Drew buddy, and you just learned one. That is, or you just learned one of the hardest ones. That is, but the way Clancy Brown's delivers it, it's like he's like trying to be a good dad.
He is.
But he's too rough, and he realizes he's being too rough.
He knows
but
it.
He realizes that his
You can see how he's acting, and you can see that he realizes that he fucked up.
Yeah, he knows he fucked up.
But he's got to stay tough, because he's tough.
But yeah, he can't back down because he can't show weakness because he's trying to make him a strong kid because all these bullies are fucking with him. He
knows he's a short, fat kid, but he loves his mom, and so he loves Drew too.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me a lot of Full Metal Jacket with Private Pile with Lee Army Ermey. When Lee Army Ermey finally respects Private Pile and he goes, "God damn it, we found something you're good at," kind of thing.
Right.
There's a little bit of that,
because that's normal boot camp. You build them down and you build them up.
Yeah,
it's normal.
Well, not anymore. Now you can get sex reassignment and you do TikToks
in boot camp.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I'm gonna steal one more from you. All right. So after this, we get a scene where we see Drew buddy and he's in his room. And he's got headphones on, and then we hear, "I was burying my dog. Where the fuck do you come out with a lie like that?" Yeah. And
Holy fuck.
You see Zowie, and
glowing red eyes.
And it goes, and it looks up, and you're like, "Oh, shit."
And then he walks in like a normal dog.
Now, here's the cool thing about this movie. Usually, there's Act 1, 2, and 3, right? This comes in not at the end of Act 1. This comes in like 7 to 10 minutes in Act 2.
Yeah. And it's like, how Pet Semetaries go. You're back in Pet Semetary, the movie.
Yes.
Again, you're like, okay, I get this. All right, cool. Now we're back in. Yes.
Exactly.
Zowie is, and here's the thing about Pet Semetary movies, because I hate when animal dies in animal movies that are all fun and loving, and then they're on their way home or lost.
Remember this part?
Talk.
Remember when they were burying the dog, and it's like, this buried my dog.
He doesn't say anything there. That's not real.
No, this doesn't happen, but you said Pete and Pete, and it was an excuse to play the song.
You gotta go see Dead Pete,
dude. Maybe
this band fucking rules, though. I forget what they're called.
My wife loves this band. She knows them.
I love this band too. They're great.
Yeah, I thought it was the Flaming Lips, but it's not. Anyway,
it's not Flaming Lips.
Back to the movie though. Oh, wait, hold on.
Flaming Lips are still a band. They just played in San Francisco at, whatever that shit was.
Dude, they're really weird. When people go see them, they, cry and shit. Whenever they play Do You Realize?
They're like the new hippies, dude. They're like the new Fish, but they don't play that long.
I was going to say the new Fish, but you said it before me. Actually, no. You know what they are? They're like the Pixies that came off later. They're like the underground Pixies, I guess.
But everyone covers the Pixies now. And it's in every fucking movie. That one fucking song that's also
Where Is My Mind?
Yeah.
Even fucking the Toadies do it, and that makes me mad because I actually like the Toadies. Okay, so now he goes, "Where do you get off with a lie like that?" And then he's like, he's going to sleep in here because he's injured. So they take him to the vet again the next day, which is, his best friend's dad, Chase. And
Chase takes blood from a dead animal or an animal.
No. He goes, "Ooh, this looks coagulated." And he goes, "I'm going to take a blood sample and blah, blah, blah." And then Drew buddy, out of fear, goes, "Can he just stay with you guys overnight?"
Which is weird for this scene. And I think they're going to keep him in a kennel. No, they don't. They keep him at the Fur-Dogg and Chase's house. Why?
And that's when we get our weirdest sex dream sequence.
Not in the script.
Okay, speak on it. Speak on it.
In the script, yes, Chase does have a dream. But in the script, they say this is not a dream. they keep saying that in the script. This is not a dream. Telling the audience that this is not a dream. This
without
the
real. Audience, the actors, but yes.
No. But yeah, it's saying that like this scene is supposed to be real, and Renee is back alive, and she's telling Chase this stuff, and like they have sex, kind of, and he only wakes up to Zowie like on top of him because
but in the movie
like
he's in the chair.
On top of him.
But in the movie he's in the chair.
Well, okay, when he actually wakes up, yes, Zowie's in the chair. But there is no dog head with boobies on top of a woman. There is no werewolf like with or a woman body with boobies and like a Zowie head. That does not happen in the script. It's like all Renee and stuff, and then he like wakes up and Zowie's actually on his chest, which is also a dream because he thought Renee was on his chest. So it turns out to be Zowie like kind of like on his chest. Then he wakes up again and Zowie's in the chair with glowing eyes and runs off.
So let's fast forward a little bit. Some shit happens between everybody, right? And then Chase sends in the blood sample, and we get the person that he got the veterinary clinic from. He left because of the cat church, right?
Yes. He sent blood in from a dead animal, and he knows all about it, and he's crazy because of it.
And he goes, apparently, it wasn't a dead animal. It's moving around.
Right.
And he goes, well, next time you want to do that,
there's no condition. It's dead.
Oh, no. First, we have the actual doctor who's drilling a hole in like a dog's head, and it's very disturbing.
He's doing taxidermy shit.
And then, no, the first doctor.
Oh, yeah.
The first doctor who has the exact same phone that both you and I had in our other house. Yeah, that gray, gray with the white. And then he goes, next time you want to prank me and send me blood of a dead animal, warn me first, da-da-da. And he goes, it's not dead. And he goes, well, you might want to contact your predecessor because he was the last person that did that.
I've only seen part one a bunch of times before I seen this movie, And
you know what's weird? I saw this one.
So I thought that the original...
Did you see this one first or second?
I saw it second. But I didn't remember the first one that well. I remember certain scenes like Zelda.
The calf scene.
And the cat and Gage.
The calf scene.
But it didn't resonate for every
And the
scene.
shoe bent over.
So I thought that the veterinarian, the original one, was in the first one. He's not.
Holy shit. Oh my God, you're right. Holy shit, dude. I thought he was in the...
brings church to a veterinarian.
You know what's funny? You say that now, but I've seen this movie so many times, I've implanted it in my memory that he was actually...
You know how much I confuse Pet Semetary scenes with American Werewolf in London?
What? How?
Because of the dead friend who got hit by a truck.
Oh, David.
And
sorry.
Jack. I keep thinking that Creed goes to a theater
really quick
and sees his dead friend or a dead guy.
Really quick, did you ever think it was weird that the characters' names are David and Jack?
What does that mean? David and Jack. Oh, shit. That's our dads, dude.
And they're both very Jewish.
Oh, fuck. They're very Jewish, dude. That's Hollywood for you.
No, but isn't that hilarious? David and Jack?
No, but like, I can...
and David...
Look, I still am mixed up to this day. Like, did they go to a movie theater?
Yes, that's Piccadilly Circus porno.
No, but that's in American Werewolf in London.
No, they do not go in a movie theater. They do try to see a movie, if I'm not mistaken. No, they don't.
In Pet Semetary, the guy who got hit by a truck is a dude. Because I also read the book, which was terrible.
It's terrible. Any Stephen King book, except for his short stories are great.
Short stories are great.
But when he gets paid by the word, they're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The only movie that is better than the the only book that's better than the movie is Needful Things. Besides that, fucking just watch
Needful
the
Things
movies.
Stephen King?
Yeah.
I thought it was. Okay.
Dude.
Yeah, I did read that book.
It was like 600 pages. I know, because I was 400 pages in. I'm like, I am way too dedicated to this book, even though I hate it, to put it down. And I did it as because it was so long, I got an A on English just for reading it.
I mean, Needful Things is actually an older story than Stephen King. He just brought it to light.
Yeah, it's just
but for us as kids, like, I thought Needful Things was like a really interesting idea.
I remember one time you're going through Nana's...
Satan who sells shit at a store? That sounds cool.
I remember one time we were hanging out here at the cutting room floor in this house, and we were really young. I think you were like 15, and you were reading Pet Semetary, and I was like, Jonathan, what's up? And you go, and you gave me a look, and you're like, I'm reading. And
I'm on the 3rd chapter, and he's explaining about the fence.
No. You said this. You go, there is 3 pages about Gage Creed eating crayons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said. And then, like, instead of hanging out with me, you went back to the book like I am punishing myself. and you were mad at me like I wrote the fucking thing.
I get how, like, people love Stephen King because he's very descriptive. I'm not that I'm not into psychic things and psychic people.
Oh my god!
But the fact that you have to use psychic people in
go back?
Fucking thing you do.
Can we get back to the movie? I'm getting upset right now.
There's no psychic shit in this fucking movie, which I love.
So I'm gonna cut over to the Halloween party. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's.
So he's grounded.
Let me pause you. So Marjorie in the script.
Okay.
Marjorie, like the helper, who's like kind of like the mom and cleaner.
Housekeeper.
She tells Chase, like, oh, okay, so here's another thing. So everyone's getting ready for the Halloween party, which is going to be at
the Pet Semetary, but
spelled wrong.
But the bottom one, not the top Indian burial ground. The
do you
bottom.
Remember what Drew goes as? And
Dracula.
Drew's not allowed to go out, right?
No, because he's grounded because he lied.
But Gus is out on patrol.
Yes.
But his mom paints him up as Dracula.
Yeah. And she goes, you better get your ass here by 10:30 because Gus will be home at like 11 or 12 or some shit like that.
In the script, they paint him up, or she paints him up as the Joker.
Interesting.
So, but they couldn't do the Joker because that's
here.
Warner Brothers.
Do you like to have sex with dead dogs? They do bust.
I think they couldn't do the Joker face paint because they would have to change it.
Why would they not do the Joker face paint?
Because Warner Brothers owned DC, and I think I don't know if they owned it back then.
Was this made by Orion?
But there was still the Batman film, which was Warner Brothers back then.
Actually, I think this was Paramount. That makes sense. It seems like a Paramount production.
No, I think it was Warner Brothers back then.
Okay,
I don't know. I forget. The WB.
Mike TV.
So, anyways, Dracula is like free reign. You can be a Dracula, and you can be a fat Drew little Dracula.
So,
okay. Also in the script. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh no! This is Marjorie, this is radio. You can interrupt.
Marjorie interrupts the Fur-Dogg, Jeff, when he leaves.
Who's going as Jason in the movie?
She goes, "Oh, a hockey player." Oh, and she starts talking about hockey, and he goes, "No, I'm Jason."
You're not my mom.
He doesn't say Jason Voorhees. He doesn't say Friday the 13th. He says, I'm Jason. He has a hockey mask and a shitty costume.
Oh, dude, by the way, I got all Jason, all the movies for $16 on Amazon.
That's dope.
Dude, look it up. If you guys have some hot picks for me on DVDs, like any deals, send them to me right away because I spend more money on movies than I do on gas.
They're in workings for a new Jason film.
I know. All right, let's get back to this movie, though, because you have precious limited time, and we're already... Whoa.
So they make their way to the Pet Semetary.
Yes.
And who's holding the party with the story?
Holding court, of course, is... Clyde.
Love Clyde.
And he's talking about the original movie, and he basically gives a synopsis where you don't need to watch the original movie because the original movie isn't good as this one. Just watch this movie. And he's talking about the Creed the Creed family and everything else. And then he says at one point, oh, and by the way, everyone shows up. Even people that hate Clyde all show up. And he goes like, holy shit. And then to scare him, and he goes, that's Gus.
No, so at first he was trying to scare everyone.
Yeah, That's first.
The
and then he actually saw Gus.
It doesn't play so well in the film, but you get it.
Let's rewind a second or two. Gus comes home early. He goes, I forgot my cigarettes or whatever. And he comes home and he sees his wife, Drew Buddy's mom.
She's trying to hide the Amanda.
She's drunk. She's got 5 beers that
hot
you can
as
see.
Shit.
Oh,
it's Halloween night, dude. Come on,
dude. Just sit on my face forever.
Love Amanda.
And she is. She goes. Hey, what are you doing home? And he goes, I forgot my cigarettes. And I think they're Camels, by the way. And then he goes, where's Drew? In his room. And she goes, all right.
God damn it, Amanda.
He walks over there. Yeah. And then she's gone. And she's like, God damn it, Amanda. I try to give the boy discipline. And every time you cut me off. I'm trying to give the boy rules and ethics. And he goes, where is he? She goes, Pet Cemetery. He goes, what? Pet Cemetery.
So also, like when Chase talks to Marjorie, Marjorie does some explainer thing about, and she talks about the Creed murders and why kids go to the Pet Cemetery every Halloween and talk about it in party. So, and that's cut out of the film too. I think they did film that scene.
Okay, yeah,
because
and maybe
Marjorie. Why would they have Marjorie? She needs a bigger role.
You know what? She is the sacrificial lamb at the end. That's what it is.
That's what it is. But she needs a bigger role. She needs a talking point, and this was her talking point to explain kind of the Creed murders and why the kids go there.
You know what I just realized? I think that Drew actually gets more screen time than Edward Furlong.
He gets a lot.
I think that family gets more screen time. No, for real, Chase.
It's more interesting.
Chase gets less screen time than that whole family.
Like the Fur-Dogg's character is not fleshed out at all.
No. I mean,
but Drew is.
If you think about it, Drew is the main character, and Edward
Furlong.
His
dog dies. His dad is like an antagonist.
They're the one that goes.
Dude.
Yes, I think the Fur-Dogg was just in there for Fur-Dogg
Fur-Doggness
push,
so we would see it,
and it's great. But I mean, that family. I mean, Clancy Brown really is the star of this movie.
Yes, he is.
He gets more screen time than anybody. So then he goes, "Oh shit, it's Gus!" And then
it's Drew's dad, Gus.
And then he trips. The bully Clyde trips. He goes, "Thanks, faggot." Or you fat fuck, or doesn't he say faggot?
I think
I apologize.
I think you're thinking of Monster Squad, which is a very
you're right,
kid-friendly movie. It's not owned by Disney.
Well,
they haven't edited it yet. But yes, he does say.
I apologize for saying that word. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to quote the movie. Obviously, I haven't seen it in 2 years. He trips Drew. And he's
Dracula.
like, "Thanks for bringing your dad," or some shit like that. and he goes, "You boys better not be drinking." He comes in with the mag light, and then he sees Drew, who's just been tripped as all the other kids, and he grabs a fucking marker.
Is so evil.
He grabs a marker like a cross, like for an animal, and he goes, "You're going to have to learn one way or another," and he's going to beat him with
the
it.
Easy way or the hard way. It's like the Back to the Future.
But then we see Zowie jump and rip out his jugular, and it's in slow-mo.
And how much of a man is, because even in the script, Fur-Dogg, Jeff, runs away scared.
Well,
and he hides. Jeff does not, dude, he's
yeah, but he lingers longer. So then, after Zowie kills him, and dude, this is a
Zowie
brutal,
bites out of his neck. You see the neck blood.
Great effect. Love it. And he goes, "Call him off, Drew. Call him off. Call him off." And then you see the rip, and it's like, "Raw." And
I
then
love the fact that they added in the "call him off, Drew." Call Zowie off. Call him off.
Call him off.
Because it takes time to kill him.
Yeah, no, it's like Zowie actually could have maybe been controlled. Maybe. But as we know in Pet Sematary, the longer they've been resurrected, their brain deteriates.
The eviler they get. And I think that's a theory, but we don't know yet. And we'll discuss that when they bring back Gus.
Yes. So because Gus, remember, is super cool. Oh, okay, we'll get in that.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're like, well, what do we do? And then Edward Furlong comes out of Jeff, rather, comes out of the woodwork, and he goes, well, it worked on Zowie. So then they go, fuck it.
You don't. And so it's skip cuts.
There is a great
boom. We don't need to see the whole thing. How do they get the dead body there? Who cares?
But the great thing is that you see him dig, and then they throw Gus in, and it's funny because
Gus lands head first.
There's a great scene though, because Gus is laying on his left side and his right side's open, and if you really look closely, he checks on his keys real quick. It's so. I swear to God, when he gets
his arm gets like flabbled.
But he checks his keys,
dude. That's awesome.
But it's funny because later on, remember Drew, buddy, I lost my keys.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was on purpose. I don't know.
That's okay. So people talk about Pet Sematary 1 being scary. And yes, it has scary scenes. And it's more scarier than Pet Sematary 2, because Pet Sematary 2 is not scary, except for Gus. When Gus comes
hold
back,
on. When Gus comes back, it's pretty fucking scary.
Holy fuck.
Gage Creed, I would pick a boot to his face and he'd be
Let
dead.
me spell it out to you
Gus
this way.
is scary as shit.
Let me spell it out to you this way.
Okay.
The Fur-Dogg's kind of been built, but not really. Drew's character's been built. His dog got shot. He wants his stepdad to kind of love him, and we get that later in the film. But so Drew's been built and his dog shot. We do all that. He gets buried, and now Gus comes back.
And then we hear at the window, Drew, buddy, I forgot my keys. And we're like, and Drew opens his eyes wide as shit, like he just had a hobo espresso. And he gets up.
This is so evil.
And he goes to open the door and there's nothing. And then we see Gus just sitting there and he goes, got him.
Dude, this could be Evil Dead.
It almost
it could be Evil Dead.
Dude, if this was in the Evil Dead what was it going to say? Canon?
Yes.
Canon, it would make sense. So then...
and not just stupid Indians?
And now we see...
Native American.
Whoa.
I'm not saying they're stupid. I'm saying, why do these movies...
You mean the concept
Why do they have to make Native Americans evil, in Poltergeist and shit like that? Why do they... I get it. They need revenge. And they get revenge by spirits.
It's also because of Stephen King writes Native American shit in every movie, including Needful Things, including Shining, including all this.
Stop it.
So we see Drew goes in, and now he's sentient. He goes upstairs, and we see...
he rapes Amanda.
No. We see Amanda, and she goes, I'm really sorry, da-da-da. She's sobered up. He goes in the mirror and just looks in the mirror and sees his neck wound and just starts,
smart. Very smart
it
for a zombie.
And then he just fucking...
Are they considered zombies? Is this a zombie movie? Is Pet Sematary yes. Because
I would say so. They're resurrected dead.
Zombie... It's a zombie movie, right?
They're resurrected dead. I would consider them zombies. But they can be killed via...
So if you go best zombie movies and you have an order, is Pet Sematary allowed...
Top 10.
In the order of zombie movies.
Do you consider Evil Dead zombies, or are they demons? Because they say demons.
I don't consider Evil Dead a zombie movie because it's more about possession and just the evilness.
But also, if you're dead, you can be possessed.
Yeah, I don't consider Evil Dead a zombie movie. But
so it's more
Pet
possession.
Cemetery is more based in reality.
I would say yes, and the reason why is zombies in this movie have their kinetic memory. They're not like demons, like in
not yet.
No, what I mean, they're not demons. They don't share a hive mind.
So no, in the story that Clyde told about Ellie Creed living on and going to the insane asylum, and that she could be anyone, I think that's a real story. And that story could be continued. Ellie Creed lived.
Back to the movie. So he goes upstairs, and then she's like, Gus, come to bed. I'm sorry. And he gives this evil look over his left shoulder. And he does the belt thing where he does one strap, and his whole belt falls down, and he rapes her.
My idea,
okay,
he's an Indian or Native American, whatever. I use the term from back then because that's what it is. But this spirit, Native American spirit, hasn't lived forever. So, and he wants revenge. He's going to rape the white woman. And he hasn't had sex in forever. This whatever spirit takes over him hasn't done anything. And he's like, yes, I got a human body. I think that's for every Native American spirit that takes over inanimate object that's dead.
By the way, I'm pretty sure the actor is partially Native American. Anyway, and then we get to his great place where we see Drew Buddy ride up on his bicycle with Jeff, and he goes, Hey. So Gus comes up, and he gives me an extra helping of pancakes. And I say, are you mad? He goes, no. And I say, can you stay over tonight? And he goes, yeah. It's like we're a family. We're a real family.
Weird scene, man. So, holy fuck. And I'm like, maybe there is some. When I'm watching this for the first time, I'm thinking maybe there is something to this, that there's an opposite effect.
Wait a minute. What about if Gus thinks that if they're all dead and they resurrect them, they will be a happy family?
Well, so
does that make any?
I think
does that make dollars or no?
I think there is an Indian spirit in there, getting revenge, and it also, like, you know how zombies retain some sort of memory. Well,
I thought it was kind of more
films?
like Lost Boys or like a vampire thing, like maybe we should all be together and all be dead, kind of, that kind of thing.
Maybe, but in Lost Boys, they do retain their memories.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though. Like, I think there's a group mentality here. Okay, so then we're going to cut to finally Jeff is going to come over, so he basically, Drew, buddy. This is one of the greatest scenes
where
ever.
He stays the night at Drew's house.
Yes,
yeah.
So this is the potato scene where
you can intercut it with like signs with Mel Gibson eating mashed potatoes and crying.
Way better.
No,
way
but say,
better.
What if you cut the
Wait
film?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Stop the bike.
You have Mel Gibson crying, eating mashed potatoes, and then Gus Gifford going,
Stop the bike. I think this might be. I think
a great time.
I think this might be the best dinner scene in any movie.
Dude, yes.
In any movie, including Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Including Texas, I think this one's better.
I want to intercut them all in a smart edit.
But when Clancy Brown laughs during this scene, it is so fucking
fall out of his mouth. Like he's like Golem. What's Tatus?
Exactly.
So good. Smash him, cut him, spew him out your mouth.
Also, Dracula has a very good dinner scene. All right. Oh. Hold on. I just found it. All right. We got to play this.
Best scene in the film, almost. Damn it, Gus.
So they're at the dinner table. Gus just knocked over the lima beans because he hates them, and now he's got potatoes in his mouth. He's staring at Jeff, and then he goes.
Dude, his laugh is so evil. Evil Dead, dude.
So we see the bandage on his neck from what Zowie did. It's pustuling over, and they fix it.
So he's kind of healing in a way.
Well,
but they don't heal. We know that they don't heal. They're dead.
So that is after this scene. If I'm not mistaken, this is when. This is when Clyde starts fucking with Jeff more.
Yes.
Right.
Jeff and Drew are riding bikes on their way home, or they're walking bikes, and Clyde pulls up on his motorcycle, and he's about to fuck with them.
Yes.
And he starts fucking with them, but then Chase pulls up, and he's like, hey, I need some help at the clinic.
He goes, if you can
and he's
come
like,
with me.
saved by your dad, because that comes back to play later.
Yeah.
When shit happens, he's like, you can't be saved by your dad anymore.
He goes, I'm really worried about Zowie. I want to keep him overnight for observation, this and that and the other.
And he goes, if you see Zowie, don't let him in your house.
And then that's when Chase finally.
No, he says Zowie escaped because Zowie already ate the kittens.
Kittens, yes.
Yeah.
He broke out of the kennel. He ate the kittens. And this is the taxidermy. Is this pre or post? This is post, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is post. Now, the taxidermist talks about. We already kind of touched upon this, but the taxidermist is like, get out of that town.
Right.
Gage Creed. This is when he came back for the
and that's
second
like
time.
Our only play to the original film is when.
Well, besides the Pet Semetary, but yeah.
No, I know, but that's the only time. But besides Clyde mentioning Ellie Creed and the Creed murders, it's only the old veterinary dude mentioning Creed and all that, the old movie. Other than in the script when Marjorie mentions it, and I think that this is probably a little too much. They don't need. Yeah, they can cut that out.
So, if I'm not mistaken, this is where Jeff and Clyde actually get into it. Jeff's riding his bike home, and Clyde pulls up on his motorcycle this time.
Yeah.
And he drives up, and he's like, "What's up, Junior?" And he starts and he grabs his handlebars and kind of throws them, and he's fucking with him. And
like in Lost Boys.
Like in Lost Boys. Exactly. Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael.
I can't beat your bike.
Oh, that was pretty good. Listen to this. Come on, Michael. I kind of sound like him a little bit. All right. And then we get this great scene. Now, we're going to scenes here now, not to chop up time, but the reason why is because this movie has such great fucking scenes in this movie. I'd be remiss not to play this. All right, Jonathan, you know this scene. You love this scene.
The great scene where Clyde
dies.
By the hands of Gus.
Well, we'll see.
I'm just fucking with you.
So now he gets his bike and he's putting it. Clyde's putting
such an evil bully, dude.
The bike up to Jeff's nose.
Neither have I. Might even kill you. We might chew right into your brain. Visit your mom.
Dude, the kid acting in here is great. Like, they pick great actors.
Jesus Christ, Gus!
Zombie Gus. Go home. I said go home! Said go home! Back in the day when every fucking bike had a water bottle.
Just fucking with him. I mean, what are you gonna do? Give me a ticket? I mean, shit, Gus.
Dude, when you see
Come on.
Gus's look
You can't lay a finger on me.
is so... Oh. Dude, this guy, like, you root for him in a way. So now he's taking up his rat bike. I'm just fucking with you. So he puts it to his face, and of course that awesome sweater he's wearing doesn't really work out for him as it's going to get caught in the spokes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my Lord. Do I love this movie. Oh, Jesus. So right after this, Gus notices that Drew Buddy is actually watching what's going on, and then he follows him, and Drew Buddy and his mother are... He's like, Mom, we got to get out of here. And then...
This is such a weird scene because it's death by potato, which I think is really weird. And I thought, like, they changed this to what would be easier. So I read the script, and it's still death by potato.
Yes.
What a great song for the clip.
Jesus and Mary Chain, who, by the way, did the music for Bray Wyatt originally. Oh, I love it how he puts on a sheriff hat because he forgot it. He's like, yeah, I got to be a sheriff now. So... Gus is going...
It's so weird. Like, what's the deal with potato trucks? Is that, like, a big thing there?
I mean, potatoes are important, dude.
I know, but, like, are they near Idaho?
Dude,
because this is in Maine.
Yeah, I know.
Ludlow, Maine, or something.
Look, I love this. This is the scariest scene in any horror movie, I swear to God.
Gus is
smiling. The wave.
The car.
Dude, that is, to this day, creeps me out almost as much as the Resident Evil 1 zombie. That wave.
Although I think this is the shittiest death scene. But like, it makes sense because, like...
But look at that look, though. That's like the shining look.
Look, in Pet Sematary 2, you have to have a highway death, right? Because it's all about the highway where people die. Because
and a truck, yeah. Most
definitely. So you have to have this. But why did... I don't get the potato truck. And then you see, like, bloody limbs with potatoes everywhere.
So this is where the movie is picking up so fast by this point, right? Like, the movie does. It's we have our characters established, and then at a certain point, the powder keg goes off, starting with the bully being killed, and then this. And that now Gus is coming out of the car. He's going to look at his destruction, tip his hat, and go, all right, cool, whatever.
But he makes sure the deed is done.
Yes.
You know, he sees the bent limbs out of the potatoes.
Now that he's killed his family, he thinks, oh, you know that girl I used to fuck back in the day, Jeff's mom? You know what?
So, you know that line, when Chase... Okay, so here's what happens, and basically the end of the film, like...
Oh, hold on, we're getting there. Chase, well, first we find out that not only did Gus digs up, I got to piss.
Renee.
Can you
so
take over?
Gus digs up Renee and everything like that. And basically what happens is Chase figures out that, and he gets a call, so he goes to the cemetery, and he finds out that Renee is dug up. And there's a cemetery guy, it's all like, and he's like, what the hell is going on? And I'll wait for Zach to get back, because in the script, there is a part where Chase calls after he finds out that Renee was dug up by probably Gus, and he knows it. I think he knows it. I don't know. But he calls the veterinary guy of the original, like with the Creed murders and the original fucking veterinary clinic dude. And he's like, he talks to him and he's asking him questions about what's going on. Like, it's weird. And I get why they edited this out, because there's a lot of shit going on. And so Chase calls the veterinary dude, and he tells him, like, oh, but my wife was just dug up. What the hell is going on? And the old school veterinary mentions the Creed dude and shit like that, and goes, get the fucking out. You know?
Yeah. This is, sorry, I'm back.
Wasn't in the film, though.
It wasn't in the film, but it's almost too much.
It's too much.
It's too much explanation.
You don't need it. Yeah.
But, a lot of scripts are written that way, so you can kind of, like, pick and choose.
Yeah.
So now, finally, Chase is like, I'm going to get Gus. So he goes over to Drew Buddy's house, and it is fucking dilapidated within
it's
20...
like an Evil Dead scene, dude.
He, like, destroys the whole house, and...
He's drilling into fucking shit.
And, again, I cannot do Clancy Brown justice. We have to watch this scene. We just have... Dude,
no
it's
brain,
too good.
No pain.
Yes, this is a... Oh, it's so good. Zowie's finally dead.
I was building a doggy door.
What's going on around here, Gus? Why
like
did
the
you dig up
showdown.
my wife?
Because I wanted to
fuck her.
Ow.
Also not in the
I hate it
script.
when that happens.
He doesn't say he wants to fuck her in the script.
Got a permit for this?
He does say permit for this, yeah. All great lines.
Yeah, and then he pours out the bullets from the revolver. Gus is now grabbing Chase.
Let me know if this hurts.
The house looks like Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
It does. Actually, it reminds me more of Evil Dead, but yeah. So, dude, he's getting a fucking drill gun and just screwing into his shoulder right on
No
his...
brain?
No brain, no pain.
Think about it. Was that in the script that had it? It
Yeah,
was?
it was.
Wow. I thought he made that up. Okay, so now he's going at the drill. He moves, gets stuck, and then now we see Chase. He's loading up the revolver, the Colt Python. He gets up, throws against the wall.
Remember, Chase, I had Renee first.
And then click, 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 boom. I love this death scene too, because he doesn't just die immediately. He's like, I'm gonna wander around for a minute.
But he's already dead.
He grabs the dresser.
Like, I guess the brain is like, because it's like zombies. So the brain is still the power.
Maybe. I don't know. Well,
no, he shoots him in the brain, though. Like, so you have to kill the brain.
I guess we're saying zombies. I guess we're agreeing on zombies.
I guess that's like the rule. It's not spiritual, but it is.
So now it's all erased to save Jeff at this point. And Jeff
is the most gothic
now. He dug up his mom. Or no, we forgot the part where Jeff actually buries with Gus. Remember, Gus is all sincere.
Yes, and
he's like, you got to bury your own. It's the way the Indian said it. But at this point, Gus is like actually really cool with Jeff.
Right, and I always felt really kinship with that. I'm like, because I always connected with Jeff, the Fur-Dogg.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, and like now.
This is your real dad kind of thing.
I loved Gus,
Do you, hold on, really quick, theory. Do you think that maybe Gus was Jeff's real dad, and that's why he protects him during the bully scene and also during... No, think about it.
No, because he wants to fuck. He wants the evil
hold on,
spirits
Jonathan,
to inhabit Renee, so he can fuck her again.
Jonathan,
he wants to fuck a dead body.
Jonathan, think about it. Why can't
if there's no brain?
Why would he save Jeff? Why would?
Because you have to bury your own. He wants to fuck, but he wants to fuck one of his old Indian spirits.
Okay, I'm just saying, a theory of mine.
Look, he doesn't want to kill Jeff because he wants Renee, who he fucked. So he has some sort of zombie memory of fucking Renee.
But he protects Jeff the whole time. Like, even in the beginning.
Because he wants to fuck Renee.
No, I'm saying before he's a zombie, he's like, back off.
Because he's a normal sheriff dude. He wants to, protect everyone.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
He's not about fucking kids.
I'm just saying, I'm going to rewatch the movie, and I'm going to think about it, and then I'll write some notes down and see what you think.
Before, Gus is inherently good. Inherently good. He does his job to a T.
Yeah, he's just old school. And
his stepson, he plays him hard because he wants them to be not a fat round blob.
Yeah.
He wants them to be a man.
All right, so now we're going to just fast cut to Jeff, Edward Furlong's character, is setting up all the clothes and everything else for his mom's return after they bury him and Gus Gifford. Gus Gifford is now dead, but this happened a couple seasons.
Is now killing Gus Gifford.
Yes.
Marjorie, who's at home, goes up into the attic.
And she sees everything laid out, and she's like, apparently she was a fan. I don't know in the script, but in the movie.
She's a huge fan.
She's a huge fan.
Yeah.
And, she sees all this stuff, and she even doesn't she get in a dress and kind of be creepy? And
yes, she gets in the dress. In the script, I don't think she gets in the dress. She puts it up to herself.
It kind of makes it more.
She gets in the dress in this.
It kind of makes her death more deserved, I think.
Right, and then Renee comes out.
Yes,
which is creepy. It's almost Evil Dead status if she was more deader.
Well, the Undertaker did a good job.
I guess so,
Because remember with the melting scene, which we'll get to. But then, of course, we have to have the reunion ruined by our bully. And let's cut to that. Sorry, guys, for playing a lot of clips, but this movie is totally worth watching. And I guarantee that we can't do it justice. Plus, this episode's gone super long. It's one of our longest episodes ever. So let's go ahead and play the clip. It's called Eat This.
Death by Stereo.
Hey, Junior.
Shit.
Wanna play?
I like Edward Furlong. It's even in the script where he says shit, but that's Edward Furlong's
his delivery is great.
But he'd normally say shit anyways.
When I meet Fur-Dogg again, I don't think I'm going to bring Terminator 2. I think I'm going to bring this and go, dude, your best movie.
What about American History X? I don't know.
Dude, I watched that. It's such a good movie. I want to review it, but I don't think the climate's right for me because...
there's a lot of topics in that.
It's a great movie, though. Oh, dude, zombie vomit.
See, and that's when Renee stops being his mom, when she's crashing all her shit
No, but she
down.
says it's better, though.
That's not in the script. So when she's burning up and dying, and she goes, stay with me, it's better. Not in the script. That's all the actor doing that. which is hilarious.
It is great because we always made fun of that line.
Like staying in the fire is better.
No, it's also like, you know, when you were your parents are divorced, stay with me, it's better.
Ducks the axe.
Yeah, I love this death scene too. It's so Mortal Kombat with the explosion. This is so. Oh, I love the ice skate.
You're gonna die, Junior. You're gonna die.
Why did you have to say it multiple times? Like, just die him.
Eat this, asshole.
Not in the script. He says eat this, not asshole. All ad-lib.
It's funny that electrocution kills his mom and him. Oh, I love this.
Stars, mi amigo.
That's what he should have said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his main line.
Vista, mi amigo. Look, this is the end of Terminator. When there's fire everywhere, his mom is there.
Yeah.
Like, come on. This is the end of Terminator 2, right?
Yes. So anyway, then we get you. It's not your mom. It's not your mom.
Not your mom.
It's not your mom. That scene, right?
Yeah.
And then, so, you know, that goes over quite well after this point because she starts melting. She goes, look at me.
Look, I think Chase gets a bad rap in this whole thing. Like, I never liked Chase as his dad. I didn't. He kind of sucks. He's a pushover dad and he sucks. But he does, you know, he's not a hero in this at all, but he kind of is.
No, he is. He kills Gus.
Yeah, but he
saves his son.
I just think he's not the right guy, you know?
Yeah, okay, well, anyway, regardless, then we have another scene with the mom, and she just, like, the fire from this death starts up, you know, it starts blazing up in the attic, and the mom's, I was going to say taxidermy, well, actually, it's kind of fitting for this movie. Her Undertaker shit starts melting, like you see actually the wound from the burn from the and she goes, look at me, I'm melting. But at first she's like, stay with me, it's better, we can all be a family. Ah! And she melts and then we see Chase go, it's not your mom.
Not your mom.
It's not your mom. You know you're dumb. It's not your mom, you're dumb.
Your mom gets burned up.
So they escape, and then we see one of the best credits ever, and dude, you gotta admit this is like,
and it goes back to like the pet cemetery.
Yes,
through the dead wall.
But I love this because look,
deadfall.
We get them driving away, but we see all of the characters, and it's so good.
This is reminiscent of the first film. Is this like the Italian version?
I guess. But we get to see all the profiles of everyone who died in the movie.
Yeah, which is really weird for like this movie.
No, I really like this though. That's like one of the things I love about this movie.
But it's almost like they're trying to say you forgot about someone. You know, this ending, there should have been something that we forgot about, right? That's
love
the way it seems.
Yeah.
It's like you're saying you forgot about the Indian burial ground. No, we remember that, but who else?
Dude, for whatever reason, I really like the rock formations and everything else.
I like the fact that Clyde was a surprise deadite, or, you know, Pet Cemetery bring back.
Oh, yeah. He was like, because we don't see Clyde being buried, I don't think.
Nobody buried. You have to bury your own. So who brought him back?
It had to have been Gus because Gus killed him.
But it's not his.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So, but he's an Indian spirit, and he has the power to, you know, you would think it would have to be his mom or someone close to him to bury. You have to bury your own. There's a rule. So the fact that Clyde got brought back is kind of weird in how, like, the rules work.
I don't know. Maybe because if you kill somebody, you bring them. Maybe if it's your kid, you bring them to life. Or
I guess you own it if you kill him, but maybe that's a rule. But still, Gus kept Jeff alive to bury his mom because he wanted to fuck her again. Look, it's just all a game about he wants to get laid again.
You know what? Maybe it's just pathos. If you have enough energy for something that, like, either you killed or you brought back into life, or you love somebody, it's your brother, it's your mother, it's I don't know.
Why would he bring back Clyde? Just to have built an army?
Maybe because he killed him and he...
Why didn't in Pet Sematary 1 they bring...
Hold on, you're right. Why didn't he bring back Drew?
Yeah, why wouldn't he bring back Drew? He loved Drew. Kind of.
I think he actually did.
Why wouldn't he bring back his wife?
Man, you know what's funny?
Why wouldn't he bring back Amanda?
This
so
movie,
he can fuck her again?
This movie is certified rotten at like 33%, and we're giving it so much levity. This movie is way better than a lot of people think.
Look, if you don't think about it as hard as we just did, it's actually a great film.
No, it's a great film, even if you love it as much as we do. This movie is so...
Also, like, the tone of the film
and the
rewatchability.
So well. The soundtrack is fucking phenomenal. Fur-Dogg, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and also, like, the Pet Sematary scenes are great. Like, they really go into the Pet Sematary, like, parts of it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, shit, dude, I think we did it.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for doing Pet Sematary. I've been waiting for this for like a lot of fucking months, and this is going to kick off even though we did Halloween, but this is our first October episode, I think. And I really appreciate it, dude. Really good.
Oh, shit. I lost my fucking keys.
You lost your keys? We'll find them. Wait. Drew, buddy. Where's your keys?
Found them.
So thank you for being on the show. Remember, Hoodcast AF, Jonathan, throw out the plugs, please.
Absolutely. Hoodcast AF, not your mother's action figure podcast. The biggest collectible podcast of all time where we talk a bunch of shit. We're the bad boys of action figure podcasting. Find us on every available podcast network ever.
Not on the channel yet, but I will convince you of being on the channel. As you know, our Patreon is the channel, and we have 5 shows. We're working on 6. Jonathan's got a very great deal, though, for $3. You could join the NECA figure, and you get a bunch of stuff there.
Broke-ass NECA, because NECAs, they used to always break. But it's for the broke-ass NECA tier, dude. It's only $3. So there's all kinds of shows. Bonus shows, everything.
So if you think we're feuding, we are not. It's all fucking a work, except for to the members on Hoodcast. You guys,
they'll never know because they'll never hear this.
No, they won't because they're not classy. All right. So anyway, Be Kind, Rewind, and I think don't you have some videotapes?
I really like your card, but I can't say that. No.
The bone. That's called Nimbus. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys.
You can shake my hand, but simply, I am not here.
Can I wash my gloves after almost engaging in gay sex?
Dude, I got an appointment at Dorsia.
You got Dorsia at 8?
Dorsia. 8? Sounds great.
Great. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Love you, and Be Kind, Rewind, as I said. Thank you.
For over 50 years, one